I was sent this electric sander slash buffer in exchange for my honest review. So here it is. It comes in a very nice bag. So the tool and everything you need with that tool is inside of this little bag. So let's open this up and take a look at what you get inside. So the main unit is going to be this right here. And right away, as soon as you take this out, you can tell just by the weight that this thing is high quality. And for me, whenever I'm doing a sanding job or buffing, I want this thing to be a little bit heavy, because if you've ever tried to sand with something lightweight, the moment you put it down on the surface, it tends to go because that thing's spinning so fast, it like grabs it like a wheel. So you want to have a little bit of weight, and that helps you keep this in place. The next thing inside are the buffers. Now this is the coarse one. This is the coarse one. This is the fine one. There's actually two in there, and there are two in here. And over here you have the middle. So it says center, but that's like the middle coarseness. You have the polishing pads. Now all of these are going to stick on with Velcro to the main unit, which I'm going to open this up so you can get a better look. Now this is the main unit. This has a foam pad right here, and then on the top is very heavy duty Velcro. So when you stick these on, they're going to lock tight in place. Now to put this on, it screws on, and there's a button there, nice and screwed. There's a button here on the back which will lock this. So if I press that button, now I can screw it on really tight, and then you're going to want to depress that button there so that this can spin again. Now it comes with a couple other features. You get a bunch of different grit sandpapers also with Velcro, so you can stick those right on there if you're doing a sanding job. You get another one of these discs with the Velcro, which is amazing. That, I mean, you get everything in here. I'm like very impressed with the stuff that you get in here. You get an instruction manual and some of the tools that you might need if you're taking things apart or adding pieces. For example, you can add a handle like this, which would go here. Or you can do it this way, either way, and it has the screws where you just screw that in. I tend not to use this. I'll show you which one I use, and that is this handle right here. Now this can go onto the right side or onto the left side. I tend to put it on the left side because I'm right-handed, and this feels much more comfortable to me to hold this like that. And it does have a safety lock, which is right here. So before you can press this, you need to, with your finger, push this safety forward, and now you can squeeze it, and then you can hold it there. So press forward, squeeze, and you're good to go. Now, if you're doing a really long job, you can actually press forward on this safety, press forward, squeeze the trigger, and then you're going to pull that trigger forward again, and it'll lock on. So this will be locked in the on position. So if you're doing a longer job, you don't want to be squeezing the whole time. This is a great feature. You also have these dials right here, so you can change the speed depending on what you're doing. Follow the user manual depending on if you're buffing your car, if you're sanding something, you're going to want to adjust the speed accordingly. Now let's fire this up so you can hear how loud it is or how loud it isn't. And it is a little bit noisy, but it's not super loud. I highly recommend whenever you use this, you might want to put some earbuds in, some noise canceling earbuds or ear blockers, or put on safety glasses, because when you're sanding, you don't want to get that stuff shooting up in your face. But this thing is just one of those tools that I feel like everybody should have, and I'm very happy to have this now in my garage, because you never know when you're going to need to sand or buff something. This thing's awesome. I would highly recommend it.